Yeah. Oh no, don't tell me it's doing that again. Alright, hey there, Shazam. It's Monday night before Raw, a couple of hours. I've actually seen Night of Champions early for once. I've actually seen the pay-per-view early instead of seeing it on Monday night and then doing the video Tuesday morning. I've actually seen it Monday morning, but due to work commitments, I never got a chance to do the video to now. So yeah, I'm gonna be having a look back at what happened. Let's start with the opening match: Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental Championship. If Ziggler lost, or if Ziggler lost by disqualification or countout, he'll still lose the title to Kofi. So this meant there was a lot of pressure on Ziggler, meaning he had to up his game. He upped his game. Both men were brilliant. There's obviously the rivalry is going to continue. I mean, SmackDown is just a mess at the moment. Everyone's just all over the place. Questions after Del Rio. There's just no one really else who can really challenge Ziggler. They're not exactly going to do a heel versus heel match all of a sudden, unless they put Show or Punk or someone like that. We'll see. But yeah, I reckon the rivalry will continue. And obviously, I've just spoiled it. Ziggler did win. I actually thought at the end, I actually called it. I was saying that's it. There was one point where Ziggler's just talking to Vicky. I was saying that's it. Kofi's about to win. Other way around. Ziggler won. You see what happened? Kofi fell into the ring area. His head's sticking out of the ring. Ziggler's just talking to the referee's back, and Vicky's like getting ready for a slap. That's when I thought, that's it, that's over. I thought at that first point, Vicky was going to slap him. Ziggler's going to be like, no, Vicky, but smack. And referee sees it, rings the bell for disqualification. Came close, then Ziggler managed to stop her in time. Then when he's having an argument with her, Kofi's getting ready for Trouble in Paradise. I think Kofi made a mistake there of actually going to Ziggler to hit it instead of waiting for Ziggler to turn around. I think that's where Kofi lost the match. So, but full credit, it was a brilliant match. I'd love to see more of these guys. They've had a proper match now. Let's see more. Okay, next up was the I believe it was Punk versus Big Show. There we go. I got it eventually. Yeah, Punk. It's been so long since I've seen Punk getting a good reception. He was getting a brilliant reception because it's his hometown, and then he ruins it by having a guy at them saying, all you people who live in Chicago, you make the place I love terrible. So of course, because he did that, Show got great reception. And underneath the 5-minute mark, Show wins with the big right hand. But before that, oh god, Punk trying to go from the top rope at Big Show. God, I was actually on MSN with Harrison 101, and I was just like, did someone get the license plate of that truck? Because honestly, Punk midair, Show, bam, spear. It was like that is like getting hit by a truck. I mean, think about it. Big Show. How big is he? How heavy is he? Punk. Well, it's fantastic to see that. Punk riding after that. That was a good match. That was another good match. Then we had the United States Championship match, Miz versus Daniel Bryan. Again, a brilliant match. I mean, why didn't WWE put this much effort into SummerSlam? I don't know. I loved it. I mean, it was brilliant. I mean, this story's been going on for months. How Bryan has hated the Miz, how the Miz has hated Bryan. And it came to end. I mean, Miz was trying to injure Bryan so much that he couldn't put in his trademark label lock submission move. But Miz just got too carried away. Even though he had Riley, his season 2 rookie, outside, Riley was no help. And Bryan puts it in, locks it on. Miz tries to get to the ropes, but is unable to. He loses the title. And outside, he's just like in shock. He's crying. He has lost to Bryan. He's lost his title. So this is brilliant so far. And then we take a drop down. Divas, the Diva title unification match to become the undisputed Divas champion. Michelle McCool versus Melina. And now, every time Melina went outside, it was like the Divas was like, the Lumberjills would leave her alone. When Michelle McCool managed to get outside, oh no, that's it. They were going after her. It was looking pretty solid until the end. That was what was let down for me. Layla decided to get involved and tried and attacked Melina, distracting her long enough for Michelle McCool to hit her with a big boot, pinning Melina, winning the championship, and then they celebrate together like the co-unified women's champions. I honestly am sick and tired of Lay Cool. It's just gone to a point where it's just more irritating than it needs to be. They ruined the women's championship. Now they think they are co-unified women's champions. I mean, to be honest, Michelle McCool, she's not even a champion. She's only doing it technically when Layla won the championship, it was a handicap match. So that's why they're basing it off a handicap match. I'm just like fed up with it. I wanted Melina to shut them up. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Unfortunately. Okay, back to the good stuff. Kane versus Undertaker. Now, before Kane even got to the ring, Taker was all over him. It was a real back and forth battle. Kane always showing the dominance. And it was just, I mean, even the commentators, Michael Cole, Jerry King Lawler and Mike Striker, they were scared because these two are huge superstars. They're big, they're powerful, and they're fighting near the commentators. It was just like, you don't want to piss them off. You annoy them, you're dead meat. So they were just trying to survive, really. It was just like, it went up the ramp, in the ring, outside the ring, in the crowd, stairs, chairs, titles, posts. It was all used. There's even a brilliant part. Kane's on the other side of the barricade where the timekeeper's barricade. Taker does a running start and jumps over it into Kane. That was brilliant. After a chokeslam, Undertaker didn't capitalise straight away, mostly because he's in shock. Every time he's tried to chokeslam Kane, Kane's reversed it. So when he went for the tombstone, Kane reversed it into his own tombstone and beat Taker. Now, it was a solid match. I mean, Kane won fair and square, of course. Titles, anything could be used. It was a heavy match. And if these two do go at it in Hell in a Cell, which I believe they will, I don't think a cell's big enough or tough enough to keep them in. But yeah, another great match. Let's see what we got next. Then we go down a notch. I mean, roughly the same as the Divas. You don't go down too far. It's just you go down a notch, and you got a tag team turmoil. 5 teams, tag teams, and it's like a gauntlet match, except the winning teams goes on. So it was the Hart Dynasty, the Usos, Santino and Vladmir Kozlov, McIntyre and Rhodes, and Henry and Evan Bourne. So he started off with Hart Dynasty Usos. Usos win thanks to a bit of distraction from Tamina and from the brotherly teamwork. So we're getting new tag champions. Usos beat Santino and Vladmir. Vladmir takes one of the Usos outside. Santino's getting ready for the Cobra, but Tamina distracts him when she's practicing her version of the Cobra. And she's a bit guilty, feels a bit guilty about that because, of course, there's something going on between them with her. Let's see, what else? Then we had Evan Bourne and Mark Henry come out. Mark Henry with the World's Strongest Slam, then sets up for the Shooting Star Press from Bourne. They win, so the Usos are out. Final team, Rhodes and McIntyre. They dominate, they take control, they single out Bourne. When Bourne gets out tag, looks like they might win. Henry with the World's Strongest Slam again. He decides he's going to let his little buddy win it for them. Big mistake because it took him quite a while because when Bourne got to the top rope, he wasn't done there. He was climbing onto Henry. I would have loved to have seen that. Heck, even better if it was Carly. But unfortunately, it never happened. McIntyre making a save, and when Bourne went for a clothesline, he missed. Rhodes hit the crossroads. We're getting new champions. It's obviously the tag division is slacking a bit, unfortunately, but I'm going to do a special on that. Keep tuned. My views on the tag division. That'll be coming sometime this week. I'll rather go more into it there than I would here because I'm short on time. I've still got a WWE 6-pack challenge, so I'll be right back with the 6-pack challenge.